morning everyone, my name is Shannon and this is my channel, The Sewing Warehouse, your go-to spot for all things stitch related. Now today it is Monday, very dreaded Monday. I really don't like going back to work and not having all my time to do sewing, but these advent calendars do make up a little bit because I'm very excited to open them. Now before we get into that, I will tell you what I am wearing. I am wearing the True Bias Nico dress. I'll see if I can put in a full-length picture so you can see everything. And then I'm also wearing Jessamine earrings. They're the black heart earrings, which I really love to wear day to day because they just go with everything. So let's dive into it, shall we? Let's first get into my Jessamine button calendar. I have to search for day 2. I can really see like the work that Becky has put into it because it all has like these stickers that you print yourself, because I know them because I've got them as well for my business. Let's open day 2, it says. It's nice and shimmery. I don't know if you can see. I like it. Oh, these are my favorite color. So I don't know if you can see properly. Let me see. Yeah, so they've got pink and orange, and I love pink and orange. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons. So I'll be able to make a nice shirt with that. And I'm definitely gonna have to buy some fabric that goes with these buttons. That is the first one. Now my Paddington lunchbox. Whoop. Day 2. I already searched it yesterday, put it on top. It feels like a tin. Metal tin. So it could be pins. It has, I think, a custom sticker on it. So it's just, I think, a regular metal thin, and then Becky's made stickers with all the sewing related stuff. And she just put it on. That's quite clever, isn't it? Alright, let's open what's in there. Oh, it is pins. Oh, these are cute. Look. They're really long, thin pins, really long pins. They've got like this. This is like supposed to be a feather or a leaf, I'm not sure, on the end. So I've got a tin full of pins, but what's nice about this is that when these pins go dull, I can just replace them but keep the tin. The tin is really cute. Alright, so yeah, those are my advent calendars for today. I'm now gonna just drink a cup of coffee and then it's off to work, unfortunately, and I will speak to you when I get back. Okay, so it is now 8:30 in the evening. I've come back from a day of work. I wanted to be back a little bit earlier, but unfortunately not the case. I had dinner and then I had a meeting at 7:30 from the Virtual Sewing Room Professional Network. If you haven't heard of Virtual Sewing Room yet, I suggest go check out their Instagram. It's at Virtual Sewing Room. It is run by Jenny, and it basically does what it says on the tin. It is a virtual sewing room. They do a couple sessions a month, and where you just all sew together via Zoom. And it's really lovely to have some company whilst you're sewing, basically. And Jenny recently started the Professional Network, which is for small business owners in the textile industry, which I am one of. So I have a business called Dream It Sew, where I sell, well, denim jackets that you can have an embroidery design on. If you're interested, hit me up in the comments or send me a DM on my Instagram at dream.it.sew. Yeah, and that's basically, we were talking about the new GSPR rules, shipping to the EU and all the changes that come with that. And yeah, just basically the struggles of small businesses and helping, inspiring each other, basically. And now I am not going to sew tonight anymore. I will show you what my next project is. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you. I am quilting. So this is my first ever quilt. I made the top a couple months ago, and I'm now going to quilt it. I've got this nice bamboo backing. It's really nice and soft, and I am going to quilt it. And it is a friend of mine who is having a baby in a couple of weeks. So I want to quilt it, and then once the baby's born, I want to embroider the name on it. And then I'm going to sew the backing to it, bind it, and send it to her. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I think, to be honest, I think the quilting is going to be a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. But at least it will be a little bit of an easy task. No complicated instructions, just sew as straight as possible. And of course, I have promised to do a tutorial for you every day. So today I am going to show you how to sew a French seam. A French seam is one of my favorite seam finishes. I really like it in like shirts, things that you wear on your skin, or things that are a little bit more see-through. So a French seam won't be as visible as overlock, especially on my overlock, since I only have rainbow thread. And also French seam just gives a little bit more durability to the seam. So yeah, let me get set up and I will film that shortly and put it on. Okay, so we've got two pieces of fabric here. This is the wrong side and the leopard print is the right side. And normally you would obviously sew it right sides together along here, but for French seam we're actually going to sew wrong sides together. And what I'm going to do is, like, for example, we have a seam allowance of 1.5 centimeters. I am going to be sewing the wrong sides together at half that, so 0.75 centimeters. And then we're going to cut a little bit off and then sew it right sides together. Okay, so I've done the stitching. Don't know if you can see, it's been done with blue thread. But I sewed it at 0.75 centimeters, and now the tutorial from yesterday comes in really handy, because we're now going to set the seam, or otherwise press the seam. Once you have pressed the seam, you're going to just snip it to like 5 millimeters all the way, and then we're going to turn it over and we are going to sew it right sides together, and we're going to do that at 0.75 centimeters as well. What I like to do at this stage is just press it again so it lays nice and flat before you bring it back to the sewing machine. So as you can see, it is now nicely sewn. Again, we're going to press this to set the seam, but as you can see, the raw edges are completely hidden away. This will give the seam extra durability, and from the right side it looks just like your regular seam. Okay, so that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed my vlog. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing, and I will see you again tomorrow.